Hello, Reaction Squad. Reacts back here. Another reaction. Yeah, we have a double reaction for y'all today. So that's up here, bro. So we knew it was gonna be this one, but to us today, here was the first guys reacts video. Thanks, so I'm just gonna wait until I did you react to you SNOWGRAVE outfit now the two videos. But I'm looking forward to this. That Room Tattoo 4 was so good. Like, if you want to my reaction to Tattoo 4, go check out my Aspect Blaze Games House. Link in the description of both of my two reactions videos. So yeah, but the Tattoo made the SNOWGRAVE out. The SNOWGRAVE Tattoo wasn't like anything that I put a time about, but Tattoo 4 SNOWGRAVE out was. Yeah, so I'm saying. But we get to subscribe. But that being said, it's an over 30-minute video, so I just want to hop straight into this. So let's do it.
In this video, I assume that you're already aware of the weird slash SNOWGRAVE route introduced in Deltarune Chapter 2. I'm just going to continue to call it the SNOWGRAVE route because it's, way cooler, both in terms of temperature and badassery. So if you don't want fairly major spoilers for the story and larger meta surrounding Deltarune, then, either don't watch this video or go start with that SNOWGRAVE overview and then continue on from here. Right off the bat, there is not something equivalent to the SNOWGRAVE route present in Chapter 3. There is a section of the game that very heavily references it, but that's all related to a secret boss area in Chapter 3 that I'll be covering in a separate video. Keep an eye out for that. The focus of this video is comparing how things have changed when playing a normal route versus a SNOWGRAVE route save file. I've only found two things that have changed in Chapter 3 as the result of a SNOWGRAVE save file. The first is a part of regular gameplay, and the second is a little more hidden. Looking at the more obvious one first. After doing the second
because I took a week break off of Deltarune. Because I just take a week break because doing those Deltarune streams on the Aspect Games channel, I just did a long Deltarune, so that's why it took like probably a few days to get to this video because I just after finishing top 4 that last top 4 stream I did, I just need like at least like a week to go without Deltarune. But I was thinking as if it's been a week since my last back to the stream. So never mind that, I guess.
Board of Chapter 3, when given the option to check on Susie or Ralsei, there's a difference in dialogue if you follow up with Ralsei. You talk about the festival, and you say you intend to go with Noelle. On a normal route...
SNOWGRAVE.
Noelle? I'm sure if Susie was with you too, Noelle would probably really appreciate it. I'm sure the three of you would have a lot of fun. If it's the three of you. And instead, on the SNOWGRAVE... Noelle? Chris, I think that's...
This is different. Oh, I never seen this.
A bad choice. I mean, I'm sorry.
Toby, I thought you said choices don't matter. What was that chapter 1 where said like they're about to ask for your choices don't matter? Do choices matter now? I haven't seen this. I never seen it. I've never seen it. I didn't react to this on my last Chapter 3 reaction stream. I never seen it for this. It's all brand new to me.
Choice to make alone. Noelle might want to go with Susie. I hope you can figure out a nice solution. With the different...
Figure out a nice solution? We're playing on this SNOWGRAVE route, and that's the nice about SNOWGRAVE.
Ending when Susie rejoins. And an extra little warning here, I am going to be spoiling a part of the secret boss in Chapter 3. If you've managed to avoid that so far and don't want to suddenly have that thrown in front of you unexpectedly, then this is your warning to avoid that. First, here's the normal dialogue when first reaching this boss. Chris, oh Chris. Is it fun, Chris? Playing around like this? That's why you're searching for them, aren't you? The shadow crystals? And the shadow mantle that I'm holding? Do you honestly think it'll get you what you want? No, part of you is just enjoying this, isn't it? Oh, don't make that sour face. I can see in the dark, you
Yeah, I
know.
can hear me quickly.
The question is, can you? And in the SNOWGRAVE, part of you is just enjoying this, isn't it? The same part of you that enjoyed yesterday, knowing you could say it wasn't really you. Oh, don't make that sour face. And the last couple lines resume from there. Before I move into Chapter 4, assuming you're a fan of this style of modern RPG, introducing choice and consequences, having your actions directly affect the story, I would ask that you check out a game being published by Two Left Thumbs, Play Rough, directly inspired primarily by Deltarune and Lisa. While it won't be released episodically, as a demo, the first chapter is available to play right now. And already there are various secrets, Easter eggs, and ways which you can affect the story. It is an absolute honor to be involved with this. Obviously, I signed it due to my own love for Deltarune, and I think this game has the potential to live up to that legacy. Go give the demo a try, play around with it, and let us know what you think. And be sure to add it to your Steam wishlist. There is no greater way you could help us at this time. There will be a link pinned in the comments as well as in the description. It is instead in Chapter 4 where we see the real ramifications of those choices. Again, we aren't able to pick it up as a separate route, and it's not something you can initiate late.
From what I saw, it doesn't start until you get to Noel's house.
Didn't already do it in Chapter 2. This is a direct continuation of how that story played out. The first real difference happens after the church service. Normally, both Rudy and Noel would have a couple dialogue options, trying to search for clues.
Mystic science video on the Tensai route on the SNOWGRAVE route on my last statue Chapter 4 reaction stream. So yeah.
Clues about the key. Instead, in the SNOWGRAVE, they have very specific responses with no choices. Chris Meister, hey, what's the deal, snowmobile? Huh? Locked out? Noelle wasn't stuck outside the gate again, was she, Chris? Carol, damn, I keep telling her to keep a key at City Hall, but she insists on keeping everything important at home. Like when Noelle was a kid, she made paper snowflakes for Carol to hang up at work, but Carol just wouldn't take him there because she wanted to keep the damn things safe. She preserved him and stuck him up on the wall at home. Of course, you know Noelle. She had to cry over that until she went and made snow angels with you guys. After that, she forgot she was sad at all. Anyway, what was I saying?
Yeah, what were you saying?
And talking to him once more. You know, this morning, Noelle was saying, I wonder if Chris is going tomorrow too. Just make sure she has fun, alright? Chris, you came over to check on me? That's really nice of you. Do you think I could talk to you later?
Yeah,
yeah, I think I was singing a bit off key. Can you blame me for being distracted? In a normal route, after gathering the information, Susie comes up with the idea of approaching Noelle and pitching her the idea that we should all get together to work on our school projects. For proper context, here is the lead-in to that decision, as it's presented on a normal route. Yeah, wait, now that I think about it. Her mom's the mayor, right? And the front of their house, it's got pine trees all over. Kind of like the holidays just got frozen in place. Maybe if we can sneak in there ourselves, we might be able to find a clue in there. And instead, the SNOWGRAVE scene.
Alright.
The mayor is Noelle's mom, right? Maybe if we tried Chris, and Susie? Would you want to come by my house and work on our projects after church? Huh? Yeah, of course. Great. I'll go bring my dad back to the hospital.
What?
Cool. That's awesome.
So awkward.
See you later. Too easy, right? Boom. Give me 5.
There's all SNOWGRAVE save files, but no.
What's up? You, got something against Noelle, Chris?
No, but we did. The player does. Because, reason I say that's because, It was the quiz that was making Noel do the same. It's like it wasn't quiz that made Noel use Snowgrave like boldly. It was us, like the player that made Noel use Snowgrave for boldly. So yeah. So quiz does have something against Noel.
Like,
we do.
Hey, maybe things took a weird route right now. I mean, who'd expect she'd ask us like that? But we should be glad it's going so fast, right? Right? Hey, how about some of the red stuff, no? Your loss. Know you're gonna want it later. Let's just go already.
Yeah, what?
Toby, you maniac, just writing weird route directly into the dialogue. And Chris wanting some of the red stuff? Ooh, the implications. And I think it's significant that Noel interrupts this conversation precisely before Susie says, "It's like the holidays got frozen in place." There's already so many clever things at play with that line. The holidays being frozen in place, and their family name is the Holidays. So both their decorations are frozen and themselves as a family emotionally mourning the loss of Des. But Toby knows what he's doing there. Having the Snowgrave route interrupt a mention of being frozen in place, it's very intentional. If you visit the hospital, your friend? He's still... In any case, thank you for bringing him in yesterday. What? You want to go in by yourself? Whatever.
Yeah, because
Which, we have confirmation, after all these years, Birdley did not die. He's just seemingly in a coma.
Wait, how does that work? I thought he was dead. Because my son was doing bully, but when Noel used Snowgrave for bully, he just died. So that's why people thought it was like the darkest route, because he can also kill people, like boldly. But no, he's still alive somehow. Now does that mean it's like gonna come back in the next chapter's Snowgrave? I don't know. That's why I was so excited for the next chapter. 2026, can you help me get here? Sorry. Chapter 5 is coming out to 2026. But man, can I confirmation that boy is still alive is. Thank you, Toby. That's like I say.
Or roughed up real bad. He's breathing slowly. Might be your imagination, but he seems cold. If you leave him, nothing happens. Or you may heat him up. You changed the hot water bottle on his head. He's breathing slowly, might be your imagination, but he seems more relaxed. You turn on the space heater to a higher setting.
I wonder what it's gonna say when he wakes up, because I bear with you so well. Oh, that's how to be interesting. Hold on, I want to actually take a minute, because because Noel was the one that did it. If it was us, the player, that made Noel use Snowgrave, because Noel didn't even want to do it at first. But so we'll both go after Chris, Noel, or the player, us. I don't know, man. I'm just so excited for when this full game does come out, and yeah.
Birdley's in there, right? Don't give me bird flu or whatever he has. And in a normal route going to the library, Birdley will be working at the front desk. Instead here, the library is closed this weekend due to a lack of volunteers. When you sit down on the couch to initiate your study session when Chris will sneak off and search around the house, this would normally be interrupted by Birdley calling and inviting Noel to the festival. Noel still receives a call to interrupt, but this time it instead comes from her mother. Hi Mom, what's up? Yeah, I took Dad home, so it's just, me here.
No, it isn't.
Huh? No problem. I can probably just cook something. Gosh, Mom, I'm not gonna burn myself. Okay, see you later tonight. Sorry, should we go ahead and start our projects? Wait. Huh? Don't we need more, stuff? Paper, pencils, project stuff? Chris, you should, go look for it. Gosh, you're right, Susie. Chris, I think there was some stuff in my room, if you wanted to go look. Very smooth, Noelle. It is at this point that Chris would normally rip out the heart and go stash it in the gift room. In the SNOWGRAVE route, they are interrupted. Chris, are you up there?
I think
Cramming it in
a
the drawer.
Was rude. Because what like what's gonna happen like when Chris gets kind of like taking their heart out, and that's gonna be like so interesting. They're gonna say, I don't know.
Chris, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. You know, just the two of us. If you don't mind, I mean. I'll be in my room, okay? Chris retrieves the heart and then goes and stashes it in the gift room, same as before. And while playing as the heart, we have an entirely new cutscene to spy on, making our way up and across over to Noelle's room.
Here we go. This is
to be honest, I've kind of been waiting for a chance for us to be alone all day. There's something I want to talk to you about, Chris.
Yep.
I want to talk to you about last night.
SNOWGRAVE.
Last night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, all I could see was snow. I was terrified, Chris. Terrified it was all real.
I wish it is.
I went out on the porch to breathe, and that's when I felt it. A hand on my wrist. I froze. And then I heard your voice.
I'm waiting all this.
Chris's voice. You said, "Sorry for taking your watch, Noelle." You said it was all a stupid prank. You said Birdley is going to get better. And you put the watch back on my wrist. You said, "Sorry for being weird at the hospital, Noelle." You said it was all a stupid prank. You said Birdley was going to get better. Chris, your voice, your deadpan, mumbly voice. Even if you sounded kind of weak and shaky, I don't know why, but it felt so long since I heard it. I even started sniffling. Chris, you're back. Chris, thank you. Well, no thanks for pranking me, but... Chris, can I say something else? When you were first presented with a dialogue choice, your heart that had been up in the vent is now down in this menu. And when you select proceed, it stays down on the screen. You now have a limited window during this conversation to bring the heart back over to Chris. Noelle's eyes are closed and she doesn't notice. Chris, there was something else you did.
What?
Something else I have to ask you about. After you said all that, you took my hand and pulled a thorn out of my finger. Then you said that when I saw you again, you said not to mention you did any of this. Or you can see Chris's hand shaking and twitching here. Chris, it's okay. It's just us. You just said not to mention any of that, because it'd get heard. Chris, it's okay. It's just us. Who's going to hear? Me.
The player, us. The player.
Chris?
No player.
Chris?
No player.
Your voice, it...
So basically, it would be like Graham, to the thumbs.
Chris, that's another joke, right?
No.
That voice. How? The voice from my dream.
It's a player. It's not a player.
Because it wasn't a dream. Sorry,
I don't know why
Chris.
that's the way it's
What did you say? I must have misheard you.
No, it's not Chris saying it. It's not Chris saying it. Oh, I am so interested because, like, when the fans used to play, it's gonna be like a big football break. It's probably like the biggest football break like any field game like ever, because it's us speaking. It's a player speaking, and we already had like kind of football break before in Castle Town. I back to 1 week over to check on what the name of the town was, like your name town, like Al Smith town, you know, Oku Iraq's town, but. So I'm really curious, like, how I said I realize it's not been Chris on time, but the player talking, the person playing game. Once he realized, I said that this is a video game, was he just been like, give me almost like Doki Doki Little Club vibes. Sorry, I say it.
No, there's no way they heard. There's no way they heard my thoughts. I heard. What are you talking about, Chris? I didn't say anything. It's impossible. That's impossible. It's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
The music?
If you can hear me, say red or blue. Say green or black. Say it didn't happen. Say it didn't snow.
It did.
You're lying. You're lying. Noel becomes stronger. Chris? Chris, what did you say? Equip.
So annoying.
Chris? Chris, what is that? Proceed. Chris, that's not the thorn, is it? That's not the thorn ring, is it? Proceed. Chris, come on, you still... What about last night? What about... Didn't you want to protect me? Proceed. Why can't I move? Why can't I look away? Noel, do something. Equip. Chris, I really think, I think I need, gosh, I think I have to. Equip. Chris? Now, interestingly, when the game first came out, it sprayed a bit of blood and kind of looked a little bit like a rose. It was a pretty cool effect, but it was getting commonly misinterpreted among the fandom, and a new animation was added a few days later, one that's a little bit more dramatic, looking closer to a red crack shattering across the screen. Everything fades to black for a few seconds. Chris then stumbles into the bathroom. The camera is a blur. The lights are cutting in and out. The heart is tossed in the trash can, and Chris kicks it around the room, smashing it repeatedly with increasing aggression.
I'm sorry. I think this is bad.
Chris, are you okay in there? Just thought I'd let you know. Mayor Carroll is asking everyone to leave. And, I thought you looked a little down today. So, I made a special treat for you. Your friend and I will be waiting for you outside with it. Feel better, Chris. The heart is retrieved, we gain back control, and almost immediately stumble. There's nothing to be interacted with in this room, and as we leave, we are immediately sent outside. The winds are blowing loudly. Chris, how are you doing? Chris, if you aren't feeling your best, perhaps you should just go straight home and rest. Here, I borrowed some sweets and made you a hot chocolate. It's your favorite. Marshmallows, melted candy bars, and a little pinch of cinnamon spice. You got the hot chocolate. See you around, Chris.
Okay.
Guess we can go.
We got our first golf trip. Ryan Fitzpatrick is coming up to hang with us. We're doing spring training with your team.
I'm ass, y'all.
So, hey, while you were keeping Noelle busy, I looked inside that room next door. There was this weird guitar in there, and on the inside of it, there was a code to the shelter. Didn't get to write it down, though. When I went to the living room with it, your dad caught me and started talking to me until, Noelle's mom showed up.
Yeah, we're
super pissed. Great. The hell are we gonna go back there now? Well, what the hell do we do now?
This was raining.
Great. Now it's raining. At least your house is close. Let's go. We first head up to the house. Huh? Hey, the door's locked. Seriously? Ugh, you don't have a key? Damn. Well, your mom's doing her choir practice, right? Guess we can go to church and bother her for it. Ugh. We head back down through town towards church. Damn. That whole thing was a disaster, huh? And this is gonna sound dumb, but you know what else kind of bites? Didn't even get to hang out, really. All three of us, I mean. You know, Noelle said she wanted to talk to you, but something about her look was kind of weird. Why? Why couldn't she just talk to you in front of me? What were you two talking about? The screen goes a soft pink, and there isn't really a choice on either side, no matter what we do. It wasn't about me, right? What? Fine. I won't bring it up again. And from there, the scene carries forward as it would in the normal route. Now I'll show off the handful of opportunities you have to abort this conversation. First, you can simply answer, please don't. I guess I shouldn't. I mean, I know you didn't say anything, but I guess let's just leave it at, I'm glad you're back. From here, you regain control of the heart and are free to move back around the house again.
Alright.
Next is after answering proceed, if you do not reclaim control of Chris and instead leave the heart out in the open. You said that when I saw you again. Chris, what are you? At which point, Chris grabs Noelle and runs out of the room. If you make for the door,
what to do that, Chris would probably instantly notice you.
Chris returns, and for any of these, the heart gets tossed back into the gift, and you can again move through the vents. There's something unsettling about being able to see Chris's teeth here. It is the only time in the game so far that we really have any expression. Always there. Here it's a matter of choosing any dialogue option that spares Noelle from hearing the truth. Starting with who's going to hear, not responding. Chris, you can't fool me. This had to be your worst prank ever. never do something like that again, okay? Which, while we're looking at it, this response finally gives context to that page in the Spampton Silence ARG. Having M and E over and over and over again, it is just meant to be me.
Oh.
You can cut things off by saying it was a joke. Then don't scare me like that anymore. Sorry, Chris. Let's get back to doing our projects, okay? In response to hearing Noelle's thoughts, sorry, just a prank. Which gets the same response as the previous claim of it being a joke.
That's what it sounds like.
From this point on, there aren't actual choices. They'll both say proceed, or both equip, or both answers satisfy what Noelle is asking, locking you into this next stage of the SNOWGRAVE route. The moment Chris grabs Noelle's hand, you can see the color of her pupils change, and she goes stiff as a board. Honestly, after 4 chapters, I might need to make a video entirely on eyes. The amount of references made to eyes across this game so far is crazy. The remainder of the differences take place in Chapter 4's Dark World, presenting those in the order you encounter them in. When Susie and Ralsei split off from the group searching for Gerson's study. Now, what do you think? Where do we go? No wrong answer. Nowhere. Nowhere, eh? I'm sure you'll get there eventually. So, what's the rush? And the SNOWGRAVE alternate? Nowhere. Your words just now's got a peculiar ring to them. I can tell. You're having some relationship trouble, ain't you? I've seen it all, you know. At your age, if things go cold, you might think your whole world's ended. But you know, things go on. You'll grow up. You'll just keep living. Everything will be alright, sooner or later. Similar to the way Gerson reassures us through the main chapter, presenting the idea that maybe prophecies aren't locked in and we can be the masters of our own destiny. Here, speaking to when the world goes cold, he's seemingly reinforcing that all might not be lost through the SNOWGRAVE route either. That there is perhaps still hope. Sticking with Gerson a little later in the chapter when we have our tea party, in a normal route he asks Chris to close their eyes and drops an extra lump of sugar into their tea. The SNOWGRAVE route has a bunch of additional dialogue for this scene. You're really just going through the motions, huh? Something tough's going on with you. I can tell that sort of thing. And now, you still gotta go through your day. Still gotta talk, fight, do homework. I bet it all feels pointless, don't it? It's almost an insult that the Earth's still turning. But don't give up, even if you gotta do those motions. Trying to find something, anything in them, that means a little something. You hear? The sugar is added, and same as the main route, we have the choice of whether or not to drink it. First, choosing not to drink on a normal route. Well, if tea is not your fancy, how about... Shine, shine. How about an apple? You heard something being placed in front of you. Chris, here, I'll help. Here, I'm holding it in front of your teeth lurched forward to bite the apple. A sweet sensation spread through your mouth. That's right, just take a bite, Chris. Each time you felt a new piece of the apple, your teeth would bite it. Until nothing was left but the core. Huh. When did the old man leave? Anyway, let's go, Chris. You can even see the apple core left on the table. And now choosing not to drink in a SNOWGRAVE. Starting from the moment your teeth lurch forward to bite the apple. A sweet sensation spread through your mouth. That's right, just take a bite, Chris. Chris, don't eat so fast. Chris, don't eat the... Your teeth clenched into something small and hard. Crack! A bitter taste spread through your mouth.
You want to see the core?
Don't eat the core, Chris. You felt a handkerchief wiping your face. Chris, you can, open your eyes, you know. And from here, the scene continues, this time, obviously, with no apple core left. I think likely representing the idea of using something up in its entirety, spending its body or flesh all the way down through its core.
Maybe.
Later in the Dark World, when Susie goes off on her own, at a time when we would normally stop and think what Susie might be up to. Chris, rather than following her, why don't we just close our eyes and think about what she might be doing in there? Seems unnecessary? Huh? But, you know, Susie might want to be... It might be nice if she had this chance to... Perhaps if you just closed them for a moment? Don't. Perhaps if you just closed your eyes in general, maybe we could think of someone else? Normally, you either skip it entirely or can think of the night. On the SNOWGRAVE route, you have the added option to think of Noelle. The screen fades to black. Ralsei begins to walk away. There is a lone red pixel on the screen. And in a shaky voice, thank you.
As I have no, I'm turning red things to something.
A flash of red. Chris, hey Chris, you okay? You were just standing there with your eyes closed. Then you just started breathing hard and... Here, get up. Ralsei, where the heck were you? Huh? I got the puzzle solution. Let's just go. This, of course, makes me think of the page seen in the Spamton's Silence ARG, deltarune.com/chapter4/thank you. This was the one where people were originally able to submit their email and the guess of a specific number, but now only reads thank you. The thank you page was also the one that was found through the me clue, tying these things all together just in a way we don't fully see yet. When looking at the shelf of candles in a normal route and choosing to pray for Noelle, you loosely joined your hands and mumbled the name of her father. Yeah, I hope he gets better too. And on the SNOWGRAVE route, if you choose Noelle, Chris kicks the display. Hey Chris, don't! Look, I like breaking stuff too, but your name's on here too, idiot. When inspecting the keyboard in the church office, Susie compliments Chris on their piano playing. In response to Susie's story, on a normal route, if you say, "I'll never play again." Huh? What did you say? You were coughing. You shouldn't be afraid to play. You can actually do it. And instead, on the SNOWGRAVE route... Hey, Chris! What happened? You started saying something. Then you, bit the hell out of your hand. Damn, that's gonna bruise. Damn, I shouldn't have told that story. Forget it. Towards the very end of the chapter, after Susie has run off and confronted the prophecy. In the normal route, Chris and Ralsei are sat together in an embrace, and Ralsei confides how difficult it's been to keep these secrets. The more I'm with you, the more I realize friendship isn't just about being happy all the time. It's something far, far greater than I could have imagined. I want to believe again. I want to believe it can change. That there isn't just one ending. Susie's hope, her naive hope. It's infectious, isn't it, Chris? So, till we see fate with our own eyes, let's believe too. And instead here, I want to believe again. I want to believe it can change, that there isn't just one ending. But what would that be? If there was something else, what would it be? And how do we know it wouldn't be something even worse? Chris, never mind. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
That's no way.
Chris, you can go to the fountain now. Susie's waiting. And at the very end of the chapter, instead of those closing moments with Chris climbing their way out the window, they instead receive a phone call from Carol. Chris, are you there? Then I'll just leave a message. You are going to the festival tomorrow, aren't you? I just wanted to confirm. Noelle said she's really looking forward to seeing you. Everything cuts to black, and the lone red pixel first teased in the Spampton Silence ARG fades into view. This continuation of the Snowgrave route isn't nearly as involved as what we saw in Chapter 2, but it continues to play with the idea of choice, that we need to repeatedly insist on committing to this path. The game presents numerous opportunities to move away from this route, brushing off everything we previously put Noelle through, and the stage is now set for what will likely be the largest payoff of the Snowgrave route yet in Chapter 5. Luckily, we only have to wait until next year to see how that plays out. A quick reminder for you to check out Play Rough. Go wishlist it on.
And that's gonna be it. Yep. So really good. Started to some. Yeah, again, I was knowing that before. Not now, please. But there's when I did my last that room type for reaction stream, I might ask you this Games Town so we can because of this video in the next video. Yeah, I read you guys all the 10 side stuff, so Snowgrave stuff, but really dog and you're excited to see what it does. Top 5 Snowgrave is gonna be. Hopefully that that's it. My spot to get to subscribe because myself half a thousand subscribers. That's really insane. Anyway, that's my spot. I'll see y'all in the next video. This is